What if I told you that one of the deadliest fighter jets ever built was never supposed to exist? The F-16 Fighting Falcon was born from rebellion, designed by a rogue group of engineers who defied the Pentagon's vision. Yet today, it dominates the skies in over 25 countries and remains America's most produced fighter jet. So how did an underdog fighter become an aviation legend? The F-16 is fast, agile, and deadly. But more than that, it changed everything about modern air combat. It took on Soviet MiGs, challenged the dominance of larger jets, and became a multirole powerhouse that just won't quit. And here's the craziest part. It was never meant to last this long. So what makes the F-16 so special? Stay tuned, because the story behind this jet is full of surprises. Welcome back to the war. In the late 1960s, the US Air Force was investing heavily in big, expensive, and complex fighters like the F-111 and the F-15. These jets had cutting-edge technology, but there was a problem. Bigger wasn't always better in a dogfight. Enter John Boyd and his team of engineers, known as the fighter mafia. They had a radical idea. Instead of building a heavy, missile-focused interceptor, why not create a lightweight, ultra-maneuverable fighter that could outturn and outgun anything in the sky? The result was the YF-16 prototype. It was fast, cheap, and so agile it could pull a 9G turn without breaking a sweat. But there was a catch. The Pentagon wasn't convinced. The Air Force brass wanted more power, more weapons, and more range. The fighter mafia fought back with hard data, using something called energy maneuverability theory. They proved that a smaller, more agile jet could outperform anything in a dogfight. When the first tests took place, the YF-16 obliterated the competition, but even with this success, the F-16 nearly didn't make it to production. Despite proving itself in tests, the F-16 faced political resistance. The Air Force had already committed to the F-15 Eagle, and saw no need for a budget fighter. High-ranking officials argued that a smaller, lighter jet would be too fragile for modern warfare. Even after the F-16 was approved, critics doubted its survivability. It only had one engine, unlike the twin-engine F-15. It carried fewer missiles, but what the skeptics overlooked was its simplicity. The F-16 was not just cheaper, it was easier to maintain. It could take off from rough airstrips and required fewer resources to operate. That made it a perfect fighter for mass production. And it wasn't just the US that saw its potential. NATO allies lined up to get their hands on it. But once the F-16 reached the hands of real pilots, it didn't just prove the critics wrong, it started doing the impossible. The first thing pilots noticed about the F-16 was its insane agility. With its bubble canopy and side-stick control, visibility was unmatched. The jet responded almost instantly to pilot input, making it a dream to fly in close-quarters combat. It could fire missiles from extreme angles, turn inside enemy aircraft, and engage in a dogfight with pinpoint precision. But what really made the F-16 stand out was its adaptability. Originally designed as a pure dogfighter, the F-16 quickly evolved into a multirole aircraft. It could strike ground targets, perform electronic warfare, and conduct reconnaissance missions. Then came its real-world test: combat. The F-16's first battle was supposed to be easy, but what happened next shocked everyone. The first real combat test of the F-16 came in 1981 during Operation Opera, when Israeli F-16s carried out a daring strike on Iraq's Iraq nuclear reactor. The mission was a complete success, with the F-16s evading Iraqi defences and delivering pinpoint strikes. But that was just the beginning. It served in Lebanon in 1982, where it engaged Syrian MiGs in one of the most lopsided air battles in history. In a single engagement, F-16s shot down over 40 enemy aircraft without a single loss. It operated in the Gulf War in 1991, where F-16s played a crucial role in Operation Desert Storm, flying thousands of sorties and taking out enemy infrastructure with precision strikes. It served in the Balkans in 1999. F-16s participated in NATO's bombing campaign against Serbian forces, striking key targets with laser-guided bombs. It also operated on the War on Terror in Afghanistan and Iraq. The F-16s were a workhorse, providing air support, eliminating high-value targets, and keeping enemy forces on the run. Today, the F-16 has over 70 confirmed air-to-air kills and has proven itself in every type of combat imaginable. But even with all these victories, a new generation of stealth fighters threaten to make the F-16 obsolete. The arrival of 5th generation fighters like the F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II have many believing the F-16 time is up. These new jets were stealthier, packed with next-gen avionics, and had a superior radar system. The US even began phasing out its F-16 squadrons, betting big on stealth technology. But there was a problem. The F-22 was too expensive to mass produce. The F-35 had major delays and skyrocketing costs. Suddenly, the F-16 didn't seem so outdated after all, and the Pentagon made a shocking decision. The F-16 wasn't going anywhere. Instead of retiring the F-16, the US and its allies began upgrading it. The latest Block 7072 versions come with cutting-edge radars, new avionics, and improved weapon systems. Over 4,600 F-16s have been built, and countries are still ordering new ones. The Falcon continues to fly in NATO missions, intercept Russian bombers, and even experiment with drone technology. But how long can this legendary fighter keep up with modern threats? Despite being over 40 years old, the F-16 is still evolving. Some experts believe AI-assisted upgrades and drone integration could keep it relevant for decades. Others argue that even the mighty Falcon will eventually have to give way to autonomous fighters. But one thing is certain: whenever the world needs a reliable, lethal, and battle-tested jet, the F-16 is always there. The F-16 was never supposed to be one of America's longest-serving fighters. It was an underdog, built by rebels, nearly cancelled by politics, and overshadowed by stealth jets. Yet here it is, still flying, still winning, and still proving that sometimes the best fighter isn't the newest, it's the one that refuses to die. So what do you think? Should the F-16 be retired, or does it still hold a place on the battlefield? Hi soldiers, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to check back in again soon. That's an order.